Hello survivors and welcome to Project Whirlwind. In today's video we are going to be taking a skill Whirlwind and we're going to be seeing how much area of effect we need to make it go from end screen to end screen, so for the entire skill to envelop the entire screen. Now I did actually do this with focus fire beforehand, so here's a screenshot. As you can see, we have 114% area modifier on our character attributes, and we have 220% area modifier on our whirlwind. And then this is what the skill looked like when it was up and running. So as you can see, it's just off the edge of the map over here. We're not going to take the top and the bottom into consideration. We're going to take the left and the right, and that is because obviously being a 16:9 resolution or aspect ratio, we have to look at the left and right because those are the furthest in distance. But that is with it. That was with focus fire giving us 30% less area modifiers to skills. We are going to see it today without that focus fire, and we're also going to be running on the third weapon of the Arcane Weaver, which is going to give us an additional 20% area modifier over there. So we are going to start a lot stronger. We are playing it on the Arcane Weaver because he doesn't have swing as a skill tag, which means it's going to be a lot easier for us to get Whirlwind a lot faster. So the runes we're running are going to be unconventional start, skill mastery swing, skill inclination swing, multicast mastery, singular focus, and versatile strength. Let's get straight into it. It's not going to be a high curse run. It's going to be my silly Saturday run over here. And the fact that we did not get the swing mastery right in the beginning is we need to restart over there. So this is why it's called Project Swing or Project Whirlwind. We aren't going to be editing or getting all the skills first or beforehand. I'm going to show you how I usually would prepare for these kinds of silly Saturday videos, what it is that I do, how I get everything, and what upgrades I kind of focus on to get it to be that silly for you guys generally. Also, just a bit of a photosensitivity warning: once we get all 6 of the whirlwinds, and once we get to a lot more area of effect, it does become quite an eyesore for some people. So if you do have like epilepsy or some light sensitivity and things like that, please just be prepared or be warned that it's going to be quite hectic when it comes to that. So over here, we're going to grab a touch of ice first. We don't really need the multicast so much. We've already got our multicast mastery as well as the increased multicast chance. We will probably get a lot of swing upgrades. So we're going to grab a touch of ice first, and then we're going to start re-rolling. Hopefully we can see them quite often. What we will grab otherwise is going to be things like buffs, where we don't have to worry about if we grab other skills. Grabbing yourself Heroic Strike in the beginning can be very good as well because it is a swing skill as well, and because of that we will be able to grab the skill typings for swing as well, all those upgrades that we want to get. So here we go, 5% increased modifier. That's great. We are going to banish everything that has the word whirlwind in it that isn't the skill, and the reason for that is because we want to grab as many upgrades for like damage increase for area or area increase for area. So everything that has an area upgrade to it, that is for the skill but doesn't actually affect only one of those skills. So we make sure that we banish everything that is for a single whirlwind upgrade. It also increases our chances of finding these juicy upgrades for area upgrades, for the swing upgrades and physical and so on and so forth. So that's why we grab those. We're going to grab ourselves a magnetic over here. We're going to grab an arcane power, and once we've filled out all the slots, we'll start looking harder for the whirlwind. But until then, we don't really have to worry about it too much. So let's just keep going. Now, when I did do this on the previous run, we did actually land up getting it relatively early. There's another whirlwind, that's fantastic. I don't want Leviathan, although it would work. There's another expansive, that's fantastic. We don't need to get Heroic Strike because we've got the buffs. We're still looking for 2 more. Fantastic over there. Grab the Merciless, and we're off to a fantastic start. Now, when I did this with Focus Fire, I don't know if maybe there's something weird about it, or I'm not 100% sure how it works properly, because we'll see. We're going to compare it, how much area of effect we need to get to the similar, get to the same spot as when we had it with Focus Fire. Again, with the Focus Fire, we had about 330 area of effect. I'm expecting to only need about 200%, but as you can see, we look like a Beyblade. It is really, really cool. Visually, it is so much better than the Bladestorm skill, because Bladestorm leaves a whole lot in the middle empty, whereas this, for some reason, the slash leaves like a visual representation in the middle of the skill, which is really, really cool. So visually it is actually really, really cool, but once it gets bigger, it still looks the same, and that's why it causes those visual issues for us. So that is why we don't really want them. We're going to get rid of the arcane power first. Crits are going to be very, very good. Movement speed will be very handy, but not right now. We didn't manage to get the last Whirlwind just yet. That's okay. Grab every single expansive possible. Grab a Fateful Strike because we want the Doom to Dazed for the extra damage, and then we're just going to grab Relentless. We do have Versatile Strength, so we do want to grab one of everything else if possible. We could grab this, but we're going to get rid of the skill, so it's not really necessary. Again, that would be good for Versatile Strength, but it's only 3%. It's not necessary. We will get other upgrades that are going to be unique, that will give us the power that we need. Alright, still no skill there. We're going to grab the Multicast then, and the Venomous for another 3% increased damage. Alrighty, grab a Fire Shield, still no Whirlwind, and a armor for defenses. Not that we actually need it, because this isn't high curse. And even visuals we don't need because it being low curse, but we are going to go into Overlord cycles. Again, we need the project to work, so we're going to keep going until we are able to get the Whirlwind all the way to the end of the screen. Now, as you can see, this does give us 12% increased area, so that being multiplicative, once we have our Ascension up, you can see that it does increase the area of effect. And then once it goes down again, you'll notice that it will go down in size once more. So very cool to see that instant difference in AoE, but it definitely can go a lot higher. So grab a block over there. Still no Whirlwind. We're going to grab ourselves the movement speed, grab ourselves a burn, more expansive. Every time we see expansive, we're going to grab it as much as possible, and then go for some more multicast, because, well, we're playing Arcane Weaver, and multicast just makes the skill look and sound even better. Okay. We are very unlucky right now. I mean, it does, as long as we've got 5, I guess it's okay. Even if we had 1 and 5 buffs, that's okay as well. The point is to see how big we can get the Whirlwind to be. So hopefully we can get some swing area of effect upgrades. Hopefully we can get some upgrades to physical area of effect. Those the legendary ones that increase your area of effect by 50%. Those ones would be fantastic to get. But as you can see, it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. But there's the final Whirlwind. We are set up with the skill. Now we can skip active skills, which is fine. It doesn't really change anything. It just saves us a click of the button. And now we can just chill and kill things. So we still got 3 more bosses to kill, which means we still got quite a bit of time before we have to worry about our area of effect. Something else that they did recently is I don't know if any of you have ever noticed, but sometimes that Fallen Earth one that we just killed, the boss, that spins, sometimes when you're playing on high curse, you would notice that he would become a proper lawnmower and mow you the F down. You would literally be unable to outrun the movement speed that he gets, and that is because there is another boss that used to spawn or used to give allies bloodlust. So the boss himself used to give everyone else bloodlust, but now they've changed it. The developers nerfed it and made it so that it only affects that boss. So you're no longer going to get the Fallen Knight spinning on top of you like a crazy man. He's no longer going to get that insane movement speed and things like that. So really cool change. Definitely helps us. But here we go, there's a nice juicy one with 40%. We're going to grab the cooldown reduction. What's really nice about Whirlwind being a skill like this is you can actually hit 0.2 second cooldown on it without having your scent of blood. You do need quite a bit of cooldown to do that, so quite a lot of investment there, but it is very possible because it does start off with a very low cooldown already. So as you can see, we're already on a 0.7 seconds, and you can get that lower and lower the more cast frequency you get. I mean, once you get it to like 0.4, it's you know, really hitting hard. But in terms of hitting speed, Bladestorm is a better skill. But you can start seeing now that our Whirlwind is a lot bigger. That 40% increase that we got from the area increase for area skills really did help us. And now every time we pick up our Ascension, it's also going to increase it by 12%. That's going to be a multiplicative increase, so we're going to increase it by 12% of whatever our current area of effect is, which is a huge thing. But we have to keep going because we haven't really hit the end of the screen yet. Again, this being the project that it is, we got to keep going until we get there, so stick around. It's quite cool because Arcane Weaver has a staff, so I don't know if any of you have ever played League of Legends, and if you do, you know that Jax on League of Legends has a staff, and he has an ability where he swings his staff around him to create this like whirlwind, then stunning the opponent or the enemies. This kind of has that feeling to it. We're playing with a swing skill, so we're swinging our staff around us, and that's creating that little bit of nonsense similar to, you know, the Jax skill. So just a little something interesting. You know, aesthetically it looks really cool, having a staff and then playing with a skill that kind of resembles a staff being spun around. I do think we need more multicast chance though. We have nothing on these, so we are going to work a little bit on multicast after seeing just how it is working right now. Obviously once we get our Ascension up and running, it looks and feels a lot better, but we can't rely solely on the Ascension. We do need to get everything done naturally from, you know, in order to really get it going properly. So multicast, that's beautiful. There's multicast for that. Here's more area of effect. Fantastic. Another area of effect. I love it. It is going beautifully. We're going to grab the Relentless. We don't need more than one hypothermia. That's really not necessary, not for the amount of Overlord cycles we're going to get into. And as you can see, the area of effect really becoming more noticeable now. And this is where it starts getting to that visuals. Really possibly hurting people, so just keep your eyes open and just keep safe. Don't watch if you have photosensitivity, guys. Please, I don't want to be responsible for hurting anyone. I really don't want that to be something to weigh on my soul. Alright, we need more expansives. We can grab another Fateful Strike. We can go for some Merciless. Yep, we do have 100% crit. Look, if we were running crit mastery, I would go over more than 100% crit. I didn't actually know I had that much crit already, So we're going to start getting merciless now instead of the crit. I can even probably banish crit. Although crit you can get over 200% and get even more and more crit. I think it's better for us to just, you know, get the crit damage rather right now than the crit chance. Also, we need to grab expansive absolutely every single time, so nothing takes priority over that. Alright, so where are we right now? Alright, so we got a juicy multicast, which we will take, and then we can lock the expansive, and didn't see the expansive there, so that was fantastic. So we missed a bit of area of effect. That's okay, not the end of the world. Now, if we did have to grab our ascension, we would have enough area of effect to finish the challenge. However, I feel like we need it naturally and not using our ascension. So there we go. With our ascension, as you can see, it goes from screen to screen. So we need a little bit more area of effect to get that. What we do want to check though is we are currently on a 70% and 230. So it's actually about very similar to what it was with focus fire, which makes absolutely no sense. You would think, you know, we would need a lot more area of effect, especially since focus fire reduces about 30%. But I guess if you have a 5% increases all the time, 30% of 5% is really not that high. We're looking at maybe 2% or something. So it really, although it sounds like it's going to be quite a lot, it actually isn't. Also, focus fire says area of effect that affects your skills. So it might only be if you grab an area of effect for your specific skill itself. So if we grabbed an area of effect for Whirlwind, or if you pick up those area of effect for the tag specific upgrades, then it might only affect those. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe if we can get a hold of the developer about it, we can find out. Just to double check, we don't need wound. There's no real reason to grab it. We'll just lock it anyway and grab the expansive over there. But there really isn't a reason. The only reason to grab it is for versatile strength. But in terms of helping the build, the Whirlwind doesn't necessarily apply negative effects. And we're not really building it to do that. So it doesn't really matter per se. But we had our ascension again, so we do just need to drop it and see. We're nearly there, a little bit more area of effect, and we will be done and dusted. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're on the last set of bosses as well. So please, come on game, give us, yeah, there we go. Come on, a little bit more. Unfortunately, nothing over there. But as you can see, it is actually on the end. I'm going to call that a win. It took us 11 minutes to get it all the way from end screen to end screen. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about it. You can see on a low curse or whatever the case may be, even though we have taken so many expansives, or 27 of them, you know, we still land up getting a lot of damage off for certain things. But again, we do have our full skill tree as well as, you know, ascensions and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We can just go and grab some stuff over here. We'll grab one more expansive because why not? And then let's take a look at our stats. So on the actual skill itself, it is only 70% increased area of effect. And then on our stat sheet, we're sitting on 270. So a total of 340, which means that we actually had less than in the picture that we saw in the beginning. So a very weird, very interesting little thing over there. Maybe I had the ascension up. When I took those pictures, I wasn't actually concentrating, so I hope that isn't the case. Let's just take a look at that again quickly, and it's actually covered. So I have absolutely no idea if I had the ascension up or not. There's no way to tell via this picture, but that is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time. Cheers.